Hey you guys, this is Marilfa and I'm back with another video. So, how are you all doing? I hope that everybody's doing fine. You're sitting there with your snacks, your refreshments. Yes? Good. Okay, let's start. Now, before I start with the video, as usual, hit that subscription button. You're already on the channel, so you like what you're seeing. Hit that subscription button and help support this particular channel, because that would be really good to have. I'd like to share my journey, and with that your support will be very welcome. Next to the subscription button you will have the notification bell. Click on it, because then you will be notified on new videos that I will be producing and publishing on this platform. So let's start the video. So as the title already suggests, you must be the only one. That's kind of sarcastic, because of course you're not the only one. However, I find it so funny when I think about certain, questions or concerns or issues that artists might have, and they really think that they are the only one who has it. Like, who said that? Who said that? The funny thing is, of course, I had the same situation, and sometimes I still have that same situation where I'm like, well, I must be the only one with that issue, because I don't see, hear, or witness anybody talking about it. But it's kind of human nature. We like to talk about the things that we are good at, we achieve well in, and we don't want to talk about any defeats or, problems, issues, or etc., etc. Fill in the blank. So in this video, I do want to highlight actually the things that, could be a concern to an artist, where they are like, am I really the only one who's thinking about that? Because so let us start with 5 issues that you might think you are the only one, but you're not. So the first thing, which is actually a cliche and I don't like to hear personally myself, is that a lot of artists think, well, I must be the only one who is disorganized. I must be the only one who doesn't know how to organize my practice, my art studio, how I, run my art business, etc., etc., etc. Which is totally not true. I have met a number of artists that have such a great organization when it comes to their art business, and are organized and are scheduling their work and their time and how they, are at work. It is possible and it has been done. And I definitely believe for myself, there is no other way of doing it. Yes, creativity can come at the moments that are very unexpected and you have to just run with it. But for all the other times that you are busy, scheduling your time, scheduling how you're going to work, making appointments, making sure that you're meeting your goals, is a very good way to be organized. It's a very good way to meet and grow into your own profession as an artist. The second point that you might think that you are alone is that you are the only one in your art field who is doing what it is that you are doing. Is it? Well, I would say yes and no. Yes, you are the only one. And you should actually be really happy for the fact that you are the only one who is doing what it is that you are doing, because it is your fingerprint. It is your identity. It is, or actually part of your identity, your artistic identity. And it is something that only you can do the way that you do it. Listen, if people cannot see who it is that you are and what your work is about, or they are not asking the question, well, wait a minute, who made that? Whose is it? Then I think you need to maybe dig a little bit deeper into yourself to see how you really can stand out from the crowd. Now, the other side of the coin, the no, you're not the only one. And that is as well a good thing. I think it's absolutely great to be coming in contact with other artists, to see how they are moving, how they are profiling, how they are growing within the art field that you as well might be in. So let's, for instance, say that you are a pop artist and you're living in the Netherlands, Amsterdam, and you want to start maybe an exhibition. Then it would be awesome to meet other artists that think alike like you, that already have done the work, who already have started an exhibition, who know people that know people that know people that could help you. You know, in that way, you don't have to invent the wheel yourself again. So it's really, really great to see who is already busy around you, who is already making the moves that you want to create and that you want to do as well. And then going and, you know, meeting up with these people and coming in those situations where you just can connect. So no, you're not the only one who's thinking that. And that's fine too. Element number 3 is that you might think that you're the only one who only wants to paint. Hell no, you're not the only one. That what you're talking about is almost impossible. It's almost impossible. There are so many elements that come with the field of being a painter. There's so many elements that come to, you know, developing your career as a professional painter, being an emerging artist, you know, being a new artist, or maybe a really established artist. So many things that come along with it. So to say that you just are painting for the full 100% of the time that you have, no, that's not really true. That's not true at all. Because one, the moment that you are seriously undergoing your profession as a painter or as an artist or as a photographer or fill in the blank, a sculptor, whomever, you already made the decision to be a business owner and to start a business in which you are creatively producing the product or the service that it is that you are creating. So in that particular context in itself, you're already not being creative 100%. So to ask of yourself that you are constantly 100% busy with your art, is it impossible? Like, well, I just said it would be hard. It would be impossible to be 100%. You can be for the majority of the time, but for a full 100%, that would be like really impossible. There's so many other things that you really have to take your time for, and you really have to, you know, take into account when it comes to running your art business. Now, the way that you can do that and really be in that thought of, you know what, I am one of the few, or maybe the only one in my particular field or network that can do that, is by having representation that can be in the form of an art management or an art dealer or a gallery that will represent your work and will take most of the heavy load from your shoulders so that you can solely focus on just being a painter. But for the people that are not in that particular space, you are taking on the load. I know I am. You are taking on the load. And that means that no, you're not painting for the full 100%. And it's also something that you don't have to be feeling ashamed or guilty for, like, oh, I'm not producing as much as I can because I still have these other things. There is actually a positive side to it. The positive side of having that particular, you know, portion of the work that comes along with having your artistic profession is the fact that you can see the bigger picture. It's not just the painting that is being made. You know what it takes to make that whole painting and wanting to sell that to the audience that you want to attract. So you have far more insight, you have a far more overall insight of what it is that you're doing. Number 4, you might think that you're the only one who doesn't like social media. What? Really? Like, here's the thing. In the beginning, like years back, I hated it. I absolutely hated it. Not dislike. I hate it. social media. I just hated it. I hated this whole thing of posting what it is that you're doing and finding a right caption and have to make a good picture and all the things that just came along with this whole social media thing. I absolutely just ugh. But the reason why I am not hating it and why I sometimes dislike it, see, there's a whole change. I'm not all the way to loving. I was at hating, disliking, and now I'm at sometimes disliking towards liking. You know, I'm between sometimes disliking and liking. There's where I am. And the reason why I am there is because going through the whole process of finding a right social media management tool, through learning what social media is about, learning the social media platforms, how they are used and who they are used for, what my intention is, what is my mission, what is it that I want to achieve. Is it just a vanity fair, or is it really a way for me to come in contact with my audience and eventually have them convert into making a sale, making a purchase? What is my whole purpose for using social media? And the more that you start to think about it in that way, it becomes a total different tool, because you start to understand which tool, when to use and how to use it. And you might also come to the conclusion that you do not want to use each and every tool that is out there. I mean, do you know how many social media apps there are out there? No, me neither. I don't know. And there is always another thing, the best next thing, the newest way to reach your audience, a more direct way, a faster way, this feature, that feature, this, that, here, there. Pick one. Last but not least, you might think that you are the only one who doesn't know where to start. You're looking at me for, I don't know. Now, this particular question is actually a very good question to have. Where do I start? Because it forces you to think about your own journey, your mission, your intention. What is your goal? What type of art do you want to create? Who are you creating it for? Who's your demographic? Where are these people coming from? How do you reach these people? With whom do you want to work with? Fill in the blank. Any question that leads after that will help you to get a total picture of where you need to go. It's going to take some time. You have to invest some time and just some patience for the answers to come up and to come to you, or for you to come to the answers, to be attracted to those answers. However, good place to be, a good place to start. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be also ashamed of asking the question aloud and going to other people and say, listen, this is what I'm starting with, but I really don't know how to start. I know the what, but I don't know how to get to the point where I want to be. It's not going to make you look unprofessional. It's not going to make you look as if you just, are new to the game, which maybe you are. And so what if you're new to the game? I mean, who's going to fault you for that? People that will fault you for that, don't pay any attention to it. That's what I personally would say. Don't pay any attention to it. It is far more interesting for yourself to be curious and wanting to know what it is that you need to do and where you're going to get those answers and who you're going to ask. For every person, 2 people, 3 people that say no, I will guarantee you there's going to be one person who's going to tell you, yes, I can help you. Or no, I am not the right person. That is the right person. Or no, this is not the right platform. That is the right platform. Or this is how you write a particular letter, a particular application, a request. Whatever it is that you are going for, that question is one of the best questions that you can have. So it will also take you out of that space of, oh, I have to invent the wheel all again by myself. No, absolutely not. Asking yourself, where do I need to start, is the best place where you can be, people. Ask away. So that's the end of the video. Nothing for me to add. If you have any questions, you have any remarks, you can put them here below, here in the comment box. If there's any information that I feel that can be added to the video, I will put it here in the description box, and there you can read a lot of other things that I might forgot. Who knows? Being a subscriber, sharing, liking, tell your friends, tell your grandma, tell your grandpapa, tell mommy, daddy, your co-workers, anyone who wants to know. Share it and like it. Very important because you're supporting this channel and the channel has the ability to grow. Next to that, you got that notification bell. Hit it and you will get a notification on your phone or maybe in your mailbox. So you will know every time I publish a new video on this platform. Okay, well, that's now really it. Not for real. That's it. Don't have anything left more to say. I hope to see you in the next video. And for now, I'm going to say have a blessed day. See you soon.